Good morning, students. In this lecture 29th of mechanics, we are going to discuss some numericals based on the article on the topic which we have discussed yesterday, that is motion of a body under the effect of inverse square force field. So the first numerical is the eccentricity of Earth's orbit around the sun. It is given. So eccentricity of Earth's orbit is given, that is 0.0167, and what we have to find is the ratio of V minimum, the ratio of minimum and maximum speeds of the Earth in its orbit around the sun. Means we have to calculate ratio of V minimum to V maximum. We have to calculate this. So we know that for a body which is moving under the effect of field of inverse square force, angular momentum remains conserved. Angular momentum of the body remains conserved. So a body moving under the effect of inverse square force, angular momentum remains conserved. We have already proved that because inverse square force is a central force, and in case of central force, any body which is moving under the effect of central force, its angular momentum will remain conserved. So angular momentum is conserved. So what is the expression for angular momentum? L is constant. And what is L? L is equal to mass into velocity into distance from the center of the force. So it will be constant. And if it is constant, we know that Earth revolves around the sun in the elliptical path. And we have discussed in the yesterday's lecture, these are the points, suppose A and B, where the distance of Earth is minimum from the sun, and here the distance of Earth from the sun is maximum. So if distance is minimum, at that time velocity will be maximum. Only then the value of mvr will remain constant, because mass of Earth is constant. So the quantity mvr, r is changing. So when r will be minimum, mvr remains constant only if v will be maximum. And when this at point B, when this R is maximum, so how this L, it will be constant? At that time V will be minimum. So the value of angular momentum at this point, it will be equal to the angular momentum of Earth at this point. Why? Because angular momentum of Earth is constant. Why it is constant? Because it is moving under the effect of inverse square force, that is gravitational force. And here these E and B, they are turning points. Why? Because of these two turning points, the motion of Earth is bounded motion, revolving motion. So that's why these A and B are turning points. And here at one point the distance of Earth from sun will be minimum. At that point velocity will be maximum, and here r is maximum from the sun, so velocity will be minimum. So suppose r minimum is the minimum distance of Earth from sun, r maximum is the maximum distance of Earth from sun, and corresponding to r is equal to r minimum, v will be maximum, and corresponding to r maximum, v will be minimum. So use these values in this equation. So this implies m v maximum into r minimum, it will be equal to m into v minimum r maximum. So mass and mass will be cancelled out. So we need the value of V minimum to V maximum ratio of. So what we will do, move this V max to this side and you will have V minimum over, so V minimum upon V maximum, it will be equal to, move this R max to this side. R minimum upon R maximum. So now we need to find that expression of R which includes eccentricity, because the value of eccentricity is given. And what is the expression for, suppose this as equation A, and expression for R minimum is 1 upon R minimum. We know that 1 upon R minimum, it was equal to mu k by L square plus A. We have studied this expression in the article which we have discussed yesterday. And what is the value of A in terms of eccentricity? We know that eccentricity was equal to L square A by mu k. So what will be the value of A in terms of E? It will be mu k by L square into E. It is equal to A. So use this expression here and you will get 1 upon R minimum. It will be equal to mu k by L square plus mu k by L square into E. Now take this term common. So 1 upon R minimum, it will be mu k by L square is common. So you have 1 plus E. And we need the value of R minimum. This is the value of reciprocal of R minimum. So take its reciprocal. Taking reciprocal, you will get the value of R minimum and it will be L square by mu k into 1 plus E. So what we will do? We will put this value of R minimum in equation A. Similarly, what will be the value of R maximum? For the value of R maximum, we have expression which we have discussed in yesterday's lecture. It was 1 by R maximum and it was equal to mu k by L square minus A. Again put the value of A in terms of E in this equation and you will get mu k by L square minus mu k by L square into E. Now take this mu k by L square common. So mu k by L square common, we have 1 minus E. Then take its reciprocal. Then we have the expression for R maximum. It is equal to L square by mu k into 1 minus E. And you have to remember these expressions of R maximum and R minimum in terms of E for the numericals. And now put both of these values in equation A. Put these values in equation A and we will get the ratio of V minimum to V maximum. It is equal to R minimum upon R maximum. Now put the value of R minimum. It is L square by mu k into 1 plus E upon value of R max is L square by mu k into 1 minus E. So L square will be cancelled out, mu k and mu k will be cancelled out and you have 1 minus E upon 1 plus E and put the value of E here. It is 0.0167 and 1 plus 0.0167. So we have the ratio of V minimum to V maximum and it is equal to 0.9833 to 1.0167. So it is equal to 0.967. So this is all about this numerical. So now in the next numerical, we have given a particle of mass m which is moving under the action of central force this. So expression of central force is given minus k by r square. A particle is moving under the effect of this force, and we have to show that the velocity of the particle at any point is equal to this. And we know that the expression of velocity, it comes in the expression of energy, expression of total energy. So what is the expression of total energy? It is half mv square, that is kinetic energy, plus potential energy, that is u. So we need to put the value of u in that expression. And how we will calculate u? From this expression, F is equal to minus k by r square. And as this is central force as well as conservative, therefore this central and conservative force, it can be represented as negative gradient of potential energy, which we have discussed in the previous chapter. So compare these two equations and you will get that du by dr, it is equal to k by r square, and you have to calculate u. How you will calculate u? Move this dr to this side. And now perform the integration on both sides. So integration of du, it is equal to k is constant, integration of dr by r square. So it will be integration of u, du will be u, it is equal to k r raised to power minus 1 upon minus 1. So the value of u is minus k by r. So what will be the expression of total energy? The expression of total energy, it is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. And what is kinetic energy? It is half mv square. And what will be the potential energy? That is u. And here this u is minus k by r. So half mv square minus k by r. So now take all the terms to the other side and just keep this v on this side. So this minus k by r, it will be plus k by r here. E plus k by r, it is equal to half mv square. Now move this 2 to this side and m to this side. So we will get 2 by m E plus k by r, it is equal to v square. So now this square, it will become square root on this side. So square root 2e by m plus 2k by mr, it is equal to v. Now see the expression which we have to prove. See the statement. Read the statement again, that what we have to prove, and the expression which we have to prove, it has this term 2k by mr. So now we are not simplifying this term. We have square root, we have this. And the only difference in the final expression of v and in this expression is the value of 2e by m. In the statement of this numerical, here instead of 2e by m, we have k square by l square into e square minus 1. It means we have to write the expression of energy in terms of eccentricity. So for this, first of all, suppose this equation as equation A. Now find the expression of energy in terms of eccentricity. We already know that eccentricity is equal to square root 1 plus 2EL square by mk square. We have studied in yesterday's lecture. So find the value of 2E by m here. Then put that 2E by m, the value of 2E by m in this expression. So it will be E square is equal to 1 plus 2E by m into L square by k square. E square minus 1, it is equal to 2E by m into L square by k square. Now move this L square by k square to this side and you will get k square by L square into E square minus 1. It is equal to 2E by m. And now put this value in equation A here. So you will get the final expression of V which you have to prove. So we have k square by L square into E square minus 1 plus 2k by mr square root. Now in this numerical, show that for a planet which is moving in an elliptical orbit around the sun, we have to prove that its speed at the turning points is equal to this. And what we have to prove is the velocity is equal to this. So we have just proved in the previous numerical that velocity, it is equal to, velocity was equal to k square by L square into E square minus 1 plus 2k by mr square root. First of all, in this numerical, you have to derive this expression, which we have derived in the previous numerical. Then take this k square by L square common from this whole term. So how? Take k square by L square common. So here you will have just E square minus 1 plus here you will have 1k. For the other k, because we have taken k square common, for the other k, you have to divide it by k. Because here you will have k square only when you will multiply this and divide this by k. And k square, it is taken outside and you will have 1k in the denominator. And for this L square, there is no L square in the denominator. So what you will do, you will multiply it by L square, you will divide it by L square. So in the denominator, you have taken that L square outside. So you will have 1 L square here. So when you will take this k square by L square outside this square root, you will get k by L. So V is equal to k by L E square minus 1 plus 2L square upon mkr. So now this V and R, they are inversely proportional to each other. When? Means when this R will be maximum, this will be minimum. And when this R will be minimum, at that time this V will be maximum. And what is the expression of R in terms of eccentricity? We have just calculated in the previous numerical. We know that the expression of R maximum in terms of eccentricity, it was L square by mu k into 1 minus E. Instead of mu, we have m. Here mass is m. And R minimum is L square by mu k 1 plus E. So put both of these values in these expressions. So first put the value of R max here and you will get V minimum. It is equal to K by L E square minus 1 plus 2L square by Mk, and put the value of R max here and you will get mu K 1 minus E upon L square. So here you have Mk here. M and M will be cancelled out, L square and L square cancelled out, K and K cancelled out. And now multiply this 2. 2 into 1 will be 2. 2 into E will be 2 into minus E will be minus 2E. So we have K by L E square, this minus 1, this plus 2. It will be plus 1 and minus 2E. And this is A square plus B square minus 2AB, means A minus B whole square. So you will get K by L E minus 1 whole square square root. And square they will be cancelled out. So you have V minimum is equal to K by L into E minus 1.